There once was a man who did everything in his power to make people happy, on occasion to defend himself and others. On those particular occasions, he'd find himself putting his sanity on the line for when he would go to a place that he felt calm, but would utter a huge madness of darkness. For what caused this day to come forth was his past that haunts him for eternity. The man once had family and friends alike. He used to have a channel as well as followers. One fateful day, all those things changed. That man's name was Sabian Lockhart. "Babe, wake up," Sabian hears someone calling him. "Huh? Oh, crap, did I pass out again?" He chuckled as he spoke to his wife. She giggled and responded with, "Yeah, it's time for dinner. How's your new story coming for Cleaving Thought from Bone?" She said, "It's doing awesome. I think you're going to love it. I've just been so motivated to get it done for some reason. I know I have some time, but I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe after dinner I might play some VR. That should clear up my head," Sabian responded. Linguine and clam sauce, my favorite," he exclaimed. "Guess what? I've got something special for us. It'll be great," his wife said. He thinks to himself, "I wonder what the surprise is." He continues to eat his dinner, thinking, maybe she wants to go to Locust Lake again. 5 minutes pass by as everybody is cleaning their dishes. Entering the living room, Sabian saw a gift bag in front of the TV. He walks over to the bag and opens it. Inside, there are some campground numbers. As he looks closer, it's for Camp Crystal Lake. He digs out more stuff as he grabs not only all the Friday the 13th movies, but a copy of the Friday the 13th game as well. Sabian gasps as he realizes that they're also all signed by Jason actors, and their masks were in the bag too. Sabian jumps for joy as he has his favorite stuff in the whole world. "Thank you, guys. This is such an awesome surprise," he says. He goes and hugs his family, but if he only knew that this happiness was about to come to an end. Sabian went to work the next day, not in the greatest mood. He thinks that his boss would give him the time off, but when he goes and he asks, his boss tells him, "It's fine, but remember our fishing trip." Sabian fakes a laugh and says, "Oh, I won't forget. You remind me all the time." In his head, he's thinking to himself, "No shit, and sometimes it gets really annoying." His boss tells him, "Tell your wife I said hello, and if she wants to take a trip with a real man, I'd love to be that man." He laughs and smiles at his employee. "That's it. I've had enough of your shit," Sabian roars. He punches his boss across the face so hard that he breaks his nose. Then he picks up his boss and slams him through a table, knocking him out, and walks out of the office. Damn, it felt so good I got to do that more often. Nobody talks about my wife like that and gets away with it. You got off easy, he says to himself. Sabian returned home to his family. "Hey, I'm home. Guess what? We're going on vacation." He thinks to himself, "I'm probably going to pay for what it did to my boss," but he had it coming. They all packed their stuff that they want to bring and head out to Crystal Lake. They made it there with no problem, but one thing was kind of sketchy. It was super quiet, and it seemed that nobody else was at the campground. This was the busiest time of year. Sabian's wife tells him, "I thought there'd be more people here. I thought that we could reach out to your fans, but it seems that there's not many here." "That's okay. I'll be happy with you guys regardless. I love you all so much," he reassures them. As the day goes by, Sabian and his family go fishing. They catch a couple fish, they go for a walk, and afterwards, they see a moose, and Sabian points it out to them. They walk around the park. As the children are walking beside Sabian, his daughter says, "Hey, Dad, I think I hear something following us." They see a deer running through the woods. His daughter saw a man in the woods, but thought nothing of it. Sabian says, "The deer probably heard something or saw us and decided not to stick around." They then go to the campfire near their cabin and cook the fish that they caught. They feast on the fish and tell some ghost stories and eventually head into their cabin and get ready for bed. Sabian kisses his daughter goodnight and tells his wife he'll soon join her. He had this urge to play Friday the 13th the game, the one he brought. He looked at the cover. Great game. I play it on my Switch all the time, he says, as he takes the disc out and realizes it says, "Your cut" on it. That's odd. This must be a special edition, Sabian says to himself. As he starts the game, he sees there are new DLC characters that are free. Hey, they kind of look like my family, he thinks to himself. I guess that's kind of cool. He starts to play as a survivor, a guy named Dylan. He looks like he's just your average football jock. He plays as him and finds a bunch of items that are needed, as everyone's well aware that they're scattered about the map, and leaves the camp to either call the cops or escape by boat or car. He almost gets all the parts for the car when Jason starts chasing him, and he looks like a combination of Savini Jason and Uber Jason. Oh shit, it's Jason! I've got to escape him! Come on, Dylan, run you jock, go, 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 Sabian says. His character actually trips over a branch and breaks his arm. At that moment, Sabian hears a blood-curdling scream. His wife and daughter wake up to rush to him. What was that? His daughter says. I don't know. Let me go check, he tells her. He finds a fire axe sitting by his cabin. Guys, I'll be right back. Lock the doors until I return, he tells them. Sabian runs through the forest and sees a figure looming over what looks like a football player. The figure moves to swing the machete at the guy, and Sabian throws his axe at the assailant and hits him dead center in the back, killing him. The guy gets up and says, My God, thank you. I think you killed him. What are you going to do now? I don't know, Sabian says. As he looks at him, he thinks to himself, he looks like that Dylan character from the game. He also thinks, that's not possible. What the fuck? He looks to check the figure, and he's gone. But what is left is a metal hockey mask. You're closer. Just keep going. You soon will be in the maddening world of the sociopath. Sabian walks over and picks up the mask and notices a slight crack in the side. Guess I'll take it as a souvenir. It looks more durable than my current one, but I'll need to make some adjustments. He heads back to the cabin with his axe and his new mask. He then returns to his family and sees his daughter sitting at the computer monitor playing the Friday the 13th game. His daughter was playing as somebody that looked like his wife. His heart sank as he watched Jason put a knife through her head, and in that instant, she slips on water and knocks over a knife block sitting on the counter. Her head smacks against the floor, and she glances around, dazed. She watches the knife as it falls from the block and impales her in the forehead. Sabian runs to his wife in horror and says, "Oh no, baby, please no, don't leave me, get up!" He gazes at her, tears in her eyes, and realizes that she doesn't have much time. She says in a weak, surprised voice, "Well, I guess I really screwed up. I love you. Always watch over our..." Sabian's daughter notices that her dad is worried as she looks away from that cursed game for 1 second. Sabian hears a loud scream and turns to see his daughter with an arrow through her chest. "No!" he screams. He sees a figure running off. As Sabian notices that, he feels a deep, sadistic feeling. He grabs the new and improved mask and chases after the figure, thinking to himself, "You're gonna pay for what you've done." The figure seems to be Jason, but as if he decided to dress up for a job interview. Sabian chucks the axe into the guy's spine. The man screams out in pain, and he walks over and pulls the axe out of him, flips him over onto his back, and takes off his mask. He feels a deep anger in his gut as he realizes it's his boss. His boss looks at him and asks, "Why did you do this, Lockhart? Why'd you do this to me?" Sabian smiles with a sadistic grin that would make anyone's skin crawl. He screams, "You took everything from me! All this time I thought the game was cursed, but it was you! I don't know how you survived the first time, but know this. My name is not Sabian anymore. It's sociopathic. Oh, and by the way, I quit. But we'll have one more fishing trip to get done," he says, as he grabs him by the leg and drags him to the boat. "Remember when I fell over and you laughed at me? Well, now it's my turn." Sabian puts the chains around his boss's waist as he begins to plead, "I'm sorry, sociopathic, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. I thought you'd like that game I got you. I got it through a deal that I made with one of my friends," he said. "Something funny happens with the game, but I never thought that anything would happen to you or your family." Sociopathic says, "Because of you, my wife died, and you killed my daughter. But now, you get to go fishing for life." He tips the boat while attaching a rock to his boss's leg and throws the rock overboard as it begins to drag the man to the bottom of the lake. Then, Sociopathic looks at his phone and says, "Oh, hey there, horror fanatics. This has been a day. I've had my wife and daughter, as well as my shitty boss, die, but who knows? Something good could come of this. I still have that cursed game to finish, but one thing's for sure. I have to go into hiding, for they shall be after me for sure. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and don't forget to subscribe, so I can catch you all again soon."